Check it out. It's another episode of Crapshoot Creations. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Crapshoot Creations. Today we're going to be talking about hot water irrigation technology. We did a little bit of research on it, not to say that we know everything, but we're going to try to help some people out here, so pay attention. And with further ado, let's go on to one of our first hot water irrigation technology videos, and on with the show. Soda ash experiment take 1. We're going to use 2 different mixtures of soda ash with powder dye on 2 shirts. The 2 shirts been washed, stripped down, but haven't soaked in soda ash at all. We don't soak the shirts in soda ash at all. So here we got one bottle. We got a ratio 1 to 2. 1 teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of soda ash. It's going to be a green, emerald green. We're going to put on this shirt here, as we marked it out here with the washable marker. And then on the second bottle, we're going to do 2 teaspoons to 12 teaspoons, which equal a quarter cup, which equals a 1:6 ratio. If that's mathematically correct, alright, I'm on a roll. What we're going to actually do is I'm going to sprinkle down the dye on each of the shirts. As we got here, a crock pot heating up hot water. A lot of people don't realize a crock pot can go over 300 degrees. I mean, water only boils at 212. So you want to watch the temperature, not to go over 160. From what we could tell, 150 degrees is the optimal temperature that you want to do the hot water irrigation, no matter if you're applying it through the crock pot, bottle squeeze water, garden sprayer. Most tie-dye people out there are using around 150 degrees. Watch some other videos that we got coming up talking about the water temperature and other ways that we use the hot water. But for today's experiment, we're going to be using a crock pot. We're going to get it up to about 150 degrees. This will hold about a half a gallon of water. We'll use most of it as we're putting it on the shirt. How are we going to put it on the shirt? We're going to use this turkey baster here. We're going to drop it down, suck up the water, start dropping it down on the shirt. First, we're going to go slow, as you'll see, so you don't want to scatter all over the place. The dye, and be careful of soda ash. Make sure you have your mask and the eye protection that you need. So while we're waiting for the water to heat up, we're going to start spreading out the dye, and we're going to be using this turkey baster to inject the hot water into the shirts. So there you go, putting the last of it on right here. I can tell you now, the one that had the 1:6 ratio, one part dye, 6 part soda ash, definitely did pour a lot easier out the bottle. But just for a little advice, you want to clip the top of the nozzle anyway and open it up a little bit more. It's not really made for powder, it's made for liquid. But you can noticeably see the 1:2 ratio, one part dye, 2 part soda ash is definitely darker. Now at this point, most people, or some people, they put something over top, a towel, cheesecloth, so when they put their hot water on, their dye ain't running all crazy. We'll just let this sit here for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, let it soak into the shirt. And with this turkey baster here, you don't have to worry too much about all that splatter and that mess. So you can actually really call this video hot water irrigation technology, no mess, small cleanup. And I don't know if I mentioned, but when we start using the hot water, I'm actually going to count how many full vials of the turkey baster I use on each shirt. So if I use 20 on this shirt, I'm going to use 20 on that shirt and try to control the experiment as much as I can. So, few more minutes and we'll be ready for the hot water. Here we have a tote here with already pre-wrapped, ready to go shirts. I think this is a pair of pants. Just get them ready whenever you're ready to do them. Set them up on your table and rock and roll with it. Just to let you know, you can always tie them up in advance. They have no soda ash, so you don't have to worry about that at all. Here's a little helpful tip when you're laying down your die. Don't reach across so you have any relapse come on the side you want playing. Look what happened here. This one here, I actually walked around to the other side of the table, put down the die, where this one I stayed on this side, and as you can see, a little bit of the powder got where I wanted to keep it white. But even though this is just the test experiment, but just a little helpful hint, be careful with your dies, especially if you're doing a single swirl designed. So as you can see here, on the 1-to-2 ratio sodash, we already put 10 turkey basters full 10 times. This is still dry. We're going to start on this one and give it 10, and then go back to this one and give it 10 more. But you can see it's already penetrating through the sides. Stay tuned, we'll show you a little trick about checking it out. Now we're going to start on this one. Take your turkey baster. What I like to do is push the ball in, put it down in the water, let it fill up. Key part, keep it straight. See it dripping? Keep it straight. Usually like to start off single colors. It's easy. Doesn't really matter. But we start off with the edge. Just keep hitting it slow. See how? Look at that. See the rubber band move if you watch. See it? If it was too hot, the rubber band would break. So if your rubber bands are breaking, probably got your water too hot. Pretty much the heat, the hot water sucks it right up. That's number one. We got 9 more to go. Same way, the shirts aren't soda ash. So theoretically, when this water goes through the dye with the soda ash, pushing it through the shirt, it's going to start sticking and you get a better saturation than if you had already soda ashed the shirt. You get a better saturation if you do not soda ash the shirt first. You just got to use a little bit more water to get it to penetrate all the way through. You can do both sides if you want, but for this experiment, we're only going to do the one side. That was number 2. Here's number 3. Get the rubber bands moved up. Once you get it on there, it goes right in there. This is number 3, and I'll do this 7 more times, and then I'll go back over to this shirt and do it 10 times. Then back over here 10 times. And we'll check it out from there. Here we go after 10 turkey basters full. As you can see, the soda ash already dissipated in the 1:6 ratio, but the 1:2 ratio, you still got a lot laying around. Don't worry about that. We'll take care of that. Here's helpful tip. If you're using sinew, you're going to have to use a lot more water. And a lot of times when you use the sinew and you pull it tight, you're going to get white lines in your design. So that's why we're using rubber bands. During the experiment, we don't want the white lines. We want to see the penetration. That's also why we don't soda ash the shirts before, because you're going to get way more penetration with the soda ash and the dye going through the shirt if the shirt's not soda ash, because as soon as the dye hits the soda ash in the shirt, it wants to bond to the shirt, and it's going to be a little bit harder to get that good saturation. But I was just thinking about it. You can see the difference, the soda ash here and the soda ash here. You can definitely see the one with the 1:2 ratio, one teaspoon of dye to 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons of soda ash is definitely bleeding a little bit more. In this experiment, we're using rubber bands because if you use like sinew and you pull it tight, you're going to get like a white lines in your designs. If you use sinew, you know what I'm talking about. If you use sinew on your designs, leave a comment below. Let other people know exactly what results you're getting. But this is why we're using rubber bands for the experiment, because we want to get the best saturation, penetration as we can. So now we're talking 20 turkey basters full. Now they look pretty much almost the same color. Just a little bit darker. So now what we like to do, we take one of these little spatula things and you can get inside in the grooves and check out the grooves. See if you see any white in there. We like to use this every once in a while. Picked it up from somewhere. It's nice because you won't rip your shirt. You can get down in there and see if you see any white. I think we're going to go for another 10 more each. That would make it 30 a piece of the turkey basters. We're almost out of water. We should make it. And we'll see what it looks like then. So each shirt got 30 ounces of water. We used a turkey baster. That was a 1 ounce turkey baster. We did it 30 times on each shirt. Now we'll let it cool down for at least an hour. We'll wash it out, put it in the hot wash, double cycle in the dryer, and see what happened with our experiment. As you can see over here, the 1:6 didn't penetrate all the way through. But over here, the 1:2 did. Should be interesting. In hot water irrigation, there seems to be a debate on how long you should let it cure once the water's cooling down. Some people say 15 minutes. Some people say hours. Some people say 4 hours, 6 hours, overnight. I mean, you do whatever you can, but usually we try to do it for 1 hour. 1 hour cool down period, then we'll wash it out. Let us know what you do for your cure time if you're doing hot water irrigation. Leave the comment below. Let us all know. Here's the one with the ratio is 1 part dye, 2 parts soda ash. It's a 3X. It's hard to put both of them on the table. Here's the other 3X. This one is 1 part dye, 6 part soda ash. One part dye, 2 part soda ash, 1 part dye, 6 part soda ash. This shirt is the extra large where I put both of the ratios together. Some yellow coming out here. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this episode of Crapshoot Creations. I was JoJo Davis, your host, and I just want to say thanks a lot. Keep on watching. Our next video coming up is going to be another hot water irrigation tie-dye video showing you a little bit of how we do it, a little bit different technique than the one we did today. As we like to say here, peace, love, and tie-dye. Bye-bye.